world, Yuri Foreman.
Hello, champs. Very exciting to fight among great fighters. Coming back, it's very exciting for me personally, and also coming back as a rabbi. However, I promise this fight is not going to be about saying brachas and blessings. Just like, actually want to mention some information for my Jewish observant friends. Sabbath ends early. The fight starts actually early. So for those who live a little distance from Barclays Center, they should start walk a little bit earlier and then take a train. I'm gonna fight after sundown, so it's all gonna be kosher. What else? I want to wish everyone good luck, much blessings, and we're all going to showcase our talents and our skills. And it's going to be an exciting night of fighting. I want to thank Lou DiBella and Barclays Center for having me there. Thank you.
Next on the card, there's going to be a rematch. And there's been a lot of excitement in women's fighting recently, and I was sort of happy when the girl boxer beat the girl MMA person. That was sort of cool. But actually, if there's going to be a benefit for that, it may be that more attention will be paid between a lot of the women right now that really can fight, and the weight classes among women where there's a big talent pool and where they're actually going out there and you know, giving it up and doing great stuff in the ring and entertaining people. And you know, in New York, we're lucky enough to have Heather Hardy, who's one of the most entertaining women in women's boxing. Typical of Heather, even though her fight is Yuri's fight is going to start shortly after sundown, Heather's fight is going to be also early. But rather than taking on some easy touch, she's fighting a rematch against the girl where there was a split decision in the first fight, where the other girl's been calling her out ever since. A fight that really was sort of a war. And I've said this before, but Heather fights like a female Mickey Ward. And I want to bring up Heather Hardy. She's going to be fighting Nono Baskis in a rematch on Saturday night, and I think that should be a great, great fight for the fans.
Hi. I'd like to say thanks to Lou and the Barclays Center for being so supportive of female boxing. It's not really common, so thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving us a spot, a place to showcase our talent. I'll be doing an 8-round rematch. Me and Nono did 8 rounds of war, toe-to-toe, back in May, and she wants to come back and watch me beat her again. So make sure you get there early on Saturday, because they put us early.
The next fight's a terrific fight. It's a meaningful fight in the light heavyweight division. It's not going to be televised, so like you really want to get tickets, you want to call Ticketmaster, you know, go on Ticketmaster.com or go to Barclays Center box office or go to BarclaysCenter.com, because you want to be there to see 4-time New York Golden Glove champion Will Rosinski. He's got a terrific record as a pro, fighting at light heavyweight, fighting another guy who's got a terrific record as a pro, Joe Smith. Joe's promoted by Star Boxing. It's a terrific fight between two guys that have been on a collision course for most of their careers. After Will won the Golden Gloves 4 times, Joe came in at the same weight class and won it after he did. 2 New York Golden Glove champions. The winner of this fight is going to get a huge fight probably coming out of it, and the loser is going to have to take a huge step back. Joe's an active member of New York Labor Union, so he's going to have a lot of union guys supporting him. And a lot of New York's bravest are going to be there because Will Rosinski's firehouse, and he's an active fireman, and his firehouse is 2 stops on the train away from the Barclays Center. So I want to bring up Will Rosinski. It'll be Will Rosinski against Joe Smith Saturday night.
How you doing? Thanks, Lou. Thanks, Barclays Center. What can I say? Saturday's gonna be a good fight. Me and Joe go back a long ways with sparring. We know each other very well. This 10 rounds is going to start off from the first minute of, you know, we're not going to be feeling each other out, so I think it's going to be fireworks from the start to finish. He's claiming to have one-punch knockout power. I'm going to prove that wrong on Saturday and show him by round 3 or 4 that he's in way too deep, way over his head, and I think he's going to realize that real quick. And it's going to be a good win for me Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the whole card. I know the main event and all these fights on the undercard are going to be great. Thank you. See you guys Saturday.
We're talking about all the world champions and former world champions at the dais. Well, here's one. Here's a future world champion, I think. Opening the Showtime Extreme telecast, U.S. Olympian, undefeated as a pro, one of the very best prospects in boxing, and certainly right now the elite prospect, the American prospect at light heavyweight, from Staten Island, New York, Marcus Brown.
Good morning. I want to thank God for waking us up and bringing us here today. Most importantly, I want to thank Steven Espinoza, Greg Yormack, Al Heyman for letting me showcase my talent, as usual. But like you said, I'm here to showcase my talent and do what I got to do. Great card. I know both of these guys personally, so I don't really care who wins. May the best man win. And honestly,
longer, man. Come on, brother.
I already know, but at the same time, it's like the love is still the same, man. You know, and it's hard because it's tugging at me, you know. Most importantly, man, this is a great card. Besides the TV, we got great fighters on this card, so make sure you come out early and show these guys support because they deserve it, and they're putting their records on the line. And most importantly, I'm just ready to show out on Saturday. God bless you guys and be good.
You know, Showtime Extreme now has become something important in boxing too, and it's a place for competitive fights and up-and-coming stars like Marcus, but also for guys to get back in there and reassert themselves on the world stage. This past Saturday night there was a shocking upset on Extreme, but it was reflective of the kind of fights that are now being made on Extreme, where Amir Aman was considered one of the really rising potential superstars in boxing, got knocked off by a tough kid who came there to fight and win and shocked a lot of people. On Saturday night in the main event, we have another ex-world champion, a guy that's familiar with fighting in Brooklyn, New York. He's promoted by Joe DeGuardia Star Boxing. Recently fought at the Barclays Center in a really memorable fight and gave Amir Khan more than he wanted and all he could handle in a fight that was super close. So Chris Algieri is going to be making his return and attempting to earn his way to a huge opportunity. But he's going to have to go through a tough guy. And Erick Benet, I know Erick well because I promoted many of his fights. Erick Benet is a tough guy, can punch, can box, has the whole package, and he's showing up to try to win. And he did the same thing on like a couple of days' notice, if people remember, with Sean Porter, and he gave Sean Porter hell. And it's going to be a real good fight. Ricardo, can you come up and translate for Erick? Erick, would you like to come up and say a few words? Erick, go ahead.
Buenos días, con todo. Primero agradecer a Dios, Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother. No, creo que agradecido con la oportunidad que se me da ahora. También sé que para muchas personas soy alguien que recién aparece, pero creo que el boxeo es de sorpresas. Todo el mundo, este año ha sido de muchas sorpresas, entonces yo creo que estoy preparado para poder dar la sorpresa y aprovechar la oportunidad que se me ha dado.
I want to tell everybody, I want to say thank you to everybody who's here. And I would let everybody know that boxing is about giving surprises. Everybody knows in boxing, everybody has one opportunity. There's one opportunity on Saturday night.
It's my pleasure to bring up the pride of Huntington, Long Island, former world champion, shocked the world when he beat Provodnikov at the Barclays Center. Some people matinee idol also, actually, chicks dig him. And this is a guy whose skills are improving. He showed that in the con fight. He's trying to show it again on Saturday night. And there are big fights ahead if you can get past Erick Barnet. From Huntington, New York, Chris Algieri.
Thank you, Lou. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I would like to thank Lou DiBella of DiBella Entertainment, Joe DeGuardia from Star Boxing, Steven Espinoza from Showtime Sports, as this will be my first appearance on Showtime Extreme. I'm looking forward to that very much. Would also like to thank my friend Brett Yormark over at the Barclays Center, which has become a second home for me. I have had some great performances there. Looking to have another great performance in the Sensational one this Saturday night. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, be sure to. And if not, definitely check out the telecast starting early. And it's really an honor to fight on a card with so many great fights and so many great matchups. It's really going to be great fights from beginning to end. And it's truly an honor to be back here in Brooklyn and to perform with such other great fighters. And make sure you tune in, whether you're there in the seats or you're tuned in on Showtime Extreme. Make sure you check out my fight. It's going to be a sensational victory. Thank you.
And once again, the Showtime Extreme card begins at 7 o'clock on Showtime Extreme. The opening bout on Showtime has a super exciting featherweight champion. This guy's a big featherweight, strong featherweight, sort of scary, big punching power. When he gets in the ring the night of the fight, he don't look like a featherweight, he looks like a little brute. And he fights like it, he's very exciting, Jesus Cuellar. And he's going to have his hands full on Saturday night with a young man from Puerto Rico, Jonathan Oquendo. Jonathan's been a known commodity to me and to many for years, a prospect for a long time. A guy that's had a good career so far, had a couple of ups and downs, but came out there and took it to Jonathan Gonzalez on the Mayweather undercard, won the fight, and earned this opportunity at a world title. So Jonathan, would you come on?
Saludos. Primero que nada, darle gracias a Dios por darme la oportunidad de estar aquí con ustedes.
First of all, I want to say thanks to God for this opportunity to be here with you, with all of us.
Gracias a Luis DiBella, a la compañía, a Showtime, por darme la oportunidad. A mí mismo Jesús Cuellar por aceptar la pelea. Es un gran reto y estamos aquí para eso.
Thanks to Lou DiBella for this great opportunity, Showtime, Steven Espinoza also, and also Cuellar for giving me this great opportunity.
Sabemos la gran oportunidad de coronarme campeón del mundo. Para mí sería una bendición, como ha hecho para dicho compañero. También quiero expresarme a mi compañía Puerto Rico de Boxing y a mi equipo por estar ahí conmigo siempre. Sabemos el gran reto, sabemos el estilo de Cuellar, es una gran pelea, me gusta el estilo que pelea Cuellar, o sea que va a ser una guerra donde habrá blood on the ring, y nada, espero que se decida, ya el viernes estaremos dando el peso y el sábado la pelea. Dios los bendiga.
Okay, I know how important, this fight is for me. I know Cuellar's style, I know he's very aggressive, so I like that style. I know that will be a war that night on the ring, will be blood on the ring. I want to thank all my team and my promoters. Thanks, and I see you on Saturday. God bless you.
Thank you.
And Jonathan has been promoted by the Rivera brothers in Puerto Rico, and the gentleman who was kind enough to be doing the translating is his promoter, Peter Rivera. Thank you, Peter. I'm a big fan of this next guy. I think he's a scary cat. He's another great fighter from Argentina, which seems to be producing some very tough guys. He fights out of the same gym as Marcos Madonna, which I think is no accident, because if you watch both of them, they sort of fight the same way. They're both scary guys. I'd like to bring up the featherweight champion of the world, Jesus Cuellar.
Hola, buenas tardes. Bueno, nada, estoy muy bien preparado para el sábado. voy a llevar el triunfo para Argentina. Oquendo viene bien preparado, ojalá se dé una gran pelea. Y bueno, van a estar viendo una gran pelea el sábado. Muchísimas gracias.
Good afternoon to everybody. I want to say thank you for everyone's here. This is going to be a great victory for Argentina on Saturday. I'm well prepared. I know Jonathan Oquendo is a great fighter, but I have a victory on Saturday night. Thank you very much.